All right, there's one more property that we still have to look at, and that's the associative property of multiplication. Let's check this one out. Number 1 says write the expression in words. Now this one is a little bit more complicated, but you can do it. How would I write this? I see that I have parentheses around 5 groups of 2, or 5 times 2. And this times 1 tells me I have one of those. So I could write this as 5 groups of 2 one time. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I'm going to use the associative property of multiplication to group the factors in a different way. So I'm going to need to use my text tool again, and I'm going to come over here and write this in a different way. Now I know that I have the factors 5 and 2 and 1. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger, just like we did before. And I'll go ahead and turn it orange for fun. Now, since in this first expression we've got 5 and 2 associated with each other with the parentheses, this time I'm going to move those parentheses because of the associative property of multiplication, and I'm going to associate 2 times 1 instead of 5 times 2. So now I have used the associative property to group the factors in a different way. I'm ready to move to step 3. Write this new expression in words. So I'm going to come back here to my text tool, and I'm going to write this as 5 times 2 groups of 1. That means that I'm going to have 5 times 2 groups of 1. Now step 4 says to model the expressions with groups and tiles. So with this, I'm going to start with modeling what's in the parentheses, and that's 5 groups of 2. Since it says 5 groups, I'm going to need to make 5 groups. Copy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm going to show you a shortcut. You can make all 5 groups of 2 like this and drag the tiles, just like we did the other times. But watch this. I'm going to delete these, because if I make one group of 2, I can select all of that, and if I right-click, I can group them into one group of 2. Since I need 5 of these, I can copy and paste, and I can have 5 groups of 2. Just like that, and I won't have to drag as many tiles. That's a little trick there for you. Now here I have 5 groups of 2, and it's okay if your picture hangs off the screen just a little bit if there's not enough room. Now I have 5 groups of 2, and I'm supposed to have this one time. So that means that I have it one time, and I'm going to draw a large rectangle around that. Of course I don't want it filled, to show that I have 5 groups of 2 and I have it one time. Now how would I show it like this? I've got 5 times 2 groups of 1. Again, I'm going to start with what's in the parentheses. Even though it's written last in my expression, I'm still going to start with that first. And I'm going to do 2 groups of 1. Now let's try my little trick. Remember the shortcut? If we do one group of 1, we can group it, we can copy it, and we can paste it. So now we have 2 groups of 1. Now, because I have this 5 times here, that means that I'm supposed to have this 2 groups of 1 5 times. So watch this. I'm going to group that just like I did before with the last one. And I'm going to have, this is 2 groups of 1 one time. Again, I'm going to right click and I'm going to make this one big group. And now I'm supposed to have this 2 groups of 1 5 times. So I'm going to copy and do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I have 5 times 2 groups of 1. Let's look at the value of these. Now my first one, 5 groups of 2, 1 time, has a value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because I have 10 tiles. Now the value of my expression here, 5 times 2 groups of 1, has a value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because it has 10 tiles. Because of the associative property of multiplication, we can associate different numbers with each other or move the parentheses to group different numbers when we multiply and still come up with the same value. Now it's your turn to try some of these problems on your own. You can always come back and watch this video if you need a little bit of extra help or a reminder.